It is happy Sunday. Let's see. Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to the AC Brown Show. It's going to be a short show today. I'm only going to be here for a little bit, maybe like 20, 30 minutes. Keeping my commitments, okay? Keeping my commitments. Not because I don't want to be here longer, but I don't want to burn myself out today. I have to teach today. So I have a group program where I teach twice a month. So my group is Embody Your Magic group program is happening today at 1. And I need to get coffee, and I haven't had coffee, and I'm trying to wean myself off coffee. So yeah, it's a lot. Hello, everyone. So I'm going to be here today, but we'll be here for a little bit of time, but we'll chit chat. And this week is going to be a little like odd. So this week, I am going to, so on Monday, I'll probably come on early on Monday, like at 6:30 for like 30 minutes on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday, because I have something that I'm doing and on the following Monday. Why do I have that for that? Yeah, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the following Monday and Wednesday, I'll be on like probably earlier for like 30 minutes. So like tomorrow I'll probably on at like 6:30, but for like 30 minutes. And then certain days, just because I have something else that I have to do. I have something else that I've committed to on those days. So yeah. So it'll just be shorter days, those days, and today. And the other days will be longer. But happy Sunday, everybody. How you're doing? Let's see what's happening this week in the atmosphere. Um, yeah, how was your Saturday? Let's see what's happening this week. Um, there's, of course, Saturday we have our lovely eclipse. I'm like, why can I? Lord, we have the eclipse. We have the eclipse on Saturday. And then what else do we have? Hold on, I'm about to bring it up. What's today? The 14th. So Venus Vesta enters Sagittarius. So this week we have Mercury enters Libra. We have this week also Venus enters Virgo on the 19th, and we have the solar eclipse new moon in Virgo. And then on the 22nd, we have Mars. So we have a lot going on for the rest of the month, which is going to be a little bit, it's not going to be that bad. I wouldn't say that horrible. But, and it's not going to be horrible. I wouldn't say that. Venus is in Leo, sextile Mars in Libra on the 15th, which is tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to feel really good tomorrow. Lots of good energy, good vibes. Ask for what you want, get your needs met tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good day for manifesting as well. If you want to manifest something, if you're trying to manifest something. So it'll be a good day for that tomorrow. So yeah, manifest something. What else? Gosh, if anybody has any questions, I really don't. I have a lot to talk about, but how can I put this? I have a lot to talk about, but because I know I'm only going to be here for a little bit, once I jump into something, I feel kind of like I need to talk more about it. But if you have any questions, in the meantime, I can answer some questions. This is part of my contingency plan. So I have like days to talk about stuff. And then I have a contingency plan because I knew that this was going to be a lot of work, right? So my contingency plan is Q&A. So if you have questions, ask questions, and I'll answer questions. If anybody has any questions, please ask them. Do not hesitate to ask any questions, and I'll answer questions that you have. Yeah, because that's a contingency plan for me. Because it's not that I don't have anything to say. I am just feeling a bit overwhelmed, and not overwhelmed in a bad way. I have a lot of work to do. Um, yeah, so I understand now how people um, do one or the other. They either put all their energy into the lives and producing content rather than also working with clients and stuff like that. So, oh, a question. Do you have any book recommendations for people who want to dive deeper into astrology? Oh, that's loaded. But yeah, I mean, some of my favorite astrology books. Ooh, I mean, I have 3 bookshelves. So you see all my books in the back. These are just 2, and then I have another one down there. Some of my favorite astrology books are, favorite astrology books that I could say. Um, of course, one of my favorite astrology books would probably be, well, it was the first book that I brought when I was like 14 or 15. It was, I don't know what edition it was. She has like probably, I don't know, 30, not 30 editions. There's a lot of editions. The book originally came out, yeah, a long, long time ago. This is like, but it's called The Only Astrology Book You'll Ever Need by Joanne Martine Woolfolk. I don't know what edition it is but I had a earlier edition. That's a book to get. I'll put that in the comments. It's called The Only Astrology Book You'll Ever Need. This was the first astrology book that I purchased when I was younger. So that is a book. So that's one. Another one that is really great, really popular, that is really good. It's about your North Node, though. It is by Jan Speller. It's Astrology for the Soul. That's another book that is really good. That talks more about your North Node. That is your North Node. It's a North Node book. It's called Astrology for the Soul. That is a phenomenal book. And then there's other things. I would say figuring out what do you want to learn, and finding out any of the who's another any of The Inner Sky. That's another book that I recommend. The Inner Sky is a great book by Stephen Forrest. His books are really, really good. I'll put that in the comments as well. The Inner Sky. I've given this book away to people. I love this book, The Inner Sky. How to Make Wise Choices for a More Fulfilling Life. Those are probably 3 that I would like start with. Those are real good. And then you can figure out like what you want to learn and then go deeper into that. Someone says, stay in flow and do what you can. Anything special manifesting generator should do tomorrow? No. I don't have no manifesting generators. Just follow your intuition and your gut and all of that stuff. That's what y'all need to do. yeah, there's nothing really for manifesting generators to do tomorrow, unless tomorrow's some type of special day that I don't know about, possibly. Thank you. I'm so fascinated by astrology. I want to learn so much. Yeah. I love astrology too. Astrology is my first love. I love teaching astrology in my certification course that I have. Well, I don't like call it, it's a training course, training practitioners. I did 3 rounds of it. It's was called Informed Practitioner Training, but it's going to be called Embody Your Magic Practitioner Training, and it's coming back next year. And I teach people human design and astrology and intuition and how to use it in your business and how to build a business from it. And I have my own system and all of the things that I do. And I've trained over 40 people, over 40, 50 people with my methods. And we always have like a good group. So it will be next year. I'll be opening that back up when my book comes out, because I'm incorporating stuff, the framework from my book. So my book is a framework that I downloaded and that I use in my coaching practice, in my group coaching, and what I'll be teaching people how to also use as well. I got introduced to human design. I instantly want to learn more. Yeah, I do. Human design and astrology go hand in hand. Some people teach only human design, but you can't do human design without astrology in my thing. But everybody's different. But yeah, Stephen Forrest. I love Stephen Forrest. I'm just saying I want to learn human design chart. Yeah, human design is not that challenging. It's just once you understand it and once you recognize patterns. Same thing with astrology, recognizing patterns. The best people, the best astrologers, the best people in the esoteric fields, in my opinion, are people who have um, been through a lot, who come from um, challenging backgrounds, minorities, anyone who's had a lot of life experiences, because you're able to recognize very different patterns that regular astrologer books don't talk about. So that's just my belief, and I see it happen all the time. So I love when people who are not necessarily the mainstream come into astrology and they learn about it. So it's it's very important. Hi, Nada. My friend Nada, her book comes out in January, and Nada I always forget the name of Nada's book. It's called The Astrology of the Soul, right? Nada, what's your book called? Put it in the chat. Put your book in the chat. Put your book in the chat. What's the name of the book? I always forget it. It is Astrology. What's your book about, Nada? Put your book in the chat. Damn it. Put your book in the chat. Put the name of your book in the chat. The Astrology of Healing. I'm going to put that in there. The Astrology of Healing. Please pre-order my friend Nada's book too if you want to learn about astrology. I'm going to put it in the chat. Nada's book. Nada is my friend. Her book is Astrology of Healing, Unlocking Our Sacred Wounds with the Wisdom of the Stars. And her book is coming out in January 6th, actually. It's The Astrology of Healing. You can pre-order her book as well. Her book is coming out on Rise Books / Simon and Schuster. And her book talks about when is it going to be in stores? Her book is going to be in stores January 6, 2026. So her book is talking about healing, and she goes through different parts of the sky, different healing things, what else does her book talk about? I know she talks about Chiron a lot in that book. So if you want to know about Chiron, she talks about the nodes. She talks about other transits as well that um, affect your healing journey. So please, that's my Toronto Bay. Toronto's my favorite city, and some of my favorite people live there. So she is Canadian. She's from Toronto, and she's Egyptian and from Sudan, darling. All of those things. So yeah. So it's about finding your afflicted placements in your chart and how to remedy them. Will Nada be on my podcast? Yes, she will be on my podcast closer to her release. And Nada and I are working on a project. And you'll see us places. We're working on a project. So we'll see. Let's hopefully it'll manifest in 2026. You'll see us places everywhere. So yes, please pre-order her book too. So hopefully what we're working on will manifest for 2026 and you'll see us everywhere. So yeah. So yeah, get her book too. It's really good. I've read it, not all of it, but the chapters that I wanted to read and the stuff. Of course, you know how you look into astrology book and you like go read your stuff. So yeah. So yeah. Yes, she will be on the podcast for sure. Anybody have any other questions? Please ask away. This is going to be a short live today because I have to teach today. I have my group program, so it's going to be a short live. But I'll be back tomorrow. But I'll be back earlier, so I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be at 6:30. It'll be just 30 minutes, probably 6:30 to 7 on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Like I said, just because I have another commitment that I want to be in attendance to, and I know I'm not going to have the energy to do it after. Question: what is it about eclipse energy that some would say is not good for manifestations? I disagree. It really depends. I think that eclipse energy is not necessarily like it's not that it's not good for manifestation. I think it's not good for forcing things. So eclipse energy is already going to put the things in place that need to be in place. So if you and the relationship were going bad, you're going to break up anyway. Like you forcing it and trying to keep it together is just kind of delaying the inevitable. So it's more about not forcing things. You can still manifest, you can still call things in. The right things during that time are going to align, period. Like they're just going to align for you. They're just going to show up in a way that is in alignment for you. So if you were, having trouble at your job anyway, maybe you were going to get an opportunity anyway to move to go to a different department or move somewhere else. So the eclipses is not necessarily a bad time to manifest. It's more of try not to force anything, because what the eclipses do is they put you back into alignment with your soul's path, with the path that you're supposed to be on. So it feels like things are falling apart, but they're not. They just weren't never supposed to be there in the first place. So when people are feeling like, oh my God, I remember eclipse season and everything got turned upside down, the things that got turned upside down, you wasn't supposed to be in those things anyway. So it's sort of like moving you back into alignment. And sometimes that alignment is very harsh. Yes, it's a time for revelation. It's a time for revelation. It's a time for just allowing spirit to do its thing. Yesterday was the Kazemi. I manifested, it's still eclipse season, but I manifested things I'm already being shown signs and things. So I'm not asking for something that's super outrageous. that I know is like, that's not even alignment with what you want. It's more about pushing these things into alignment that I already want. So, yeah, it's not that you can't. It's just that, things are good. If it's not, it ain't going to happen if it's not meant for you during the eclipse season. So just, yeah, keep that. Um, okay. Well, I need to go get coffee. This was fun. This is great. It's only it's only a short live, but I'm keeping my commitments to myself. I'm going live. I'm here. Um, I'm here. And this has been a very interesting journey. And tomorrow I'll be halfway through. So yeah. But I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for showing up again. Whether it's one person or a million people, I'll be live. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.